My name is Riya Satish Patil, and today we are going to see an important topic related to linear algebra, which is a vector space. First of all, we are going to see a definition of a vector space. First, we have to define two main rules to see that the set is lies in a vector space. The first one is that V has to be non-empty set. And the second one, that on a set V, we can perform two operations. And these two operations are, first one is vector addition, and second is a scalar multiplication. To prove that the set is belongs to a vector space, first we have to define 8 axioms. Axioms means basically a rules of a vector space. There are basically 8 axioms which we have to prove. First is a closure property. Let U and V are elements of a vector V. Then we can prove that U plus V, the addition of these two elements has to lie in a vector space. Then we can say that these are the elements of vector space. For example, we see an example: 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. Then 2 plus 5 belongs to the real numbers, and hence prove that U and V are the elements of vector space. Then second property, negative property. In this property, we show that order of elements doesn't matter when we perform addition on the two elements, which are U plus V is as equals to V plus U. Let's take an example. Suppose there is a 2 plus 5. Addition of 2 plus 5 is 7. And when we perform addition of 2, 5 plus 2, it also gives 7. Then we can say that 2 plus 5 is equals to 5 plus 2. Then we can prove that U plus V is equals to V plus U. And these are lie in vector space. After proving these two axioms, fourth property is additive identity. In additive identity, there always exists a zero vector space. It means whenever we add this zero vector space to any other element of a vector space or a set of a vector space, then it gives us a same vector space other than 0, which means u plus 0 gives us u. For example, we can see 5 plus 0. It always gives us a 5. Then we can prove that u plus 0 is equals to u. The next property is additive inverse. This property shows that there is always an inverse vector present whenever we add that vector to another vector, then it cancels both elements. We see how it can be possible. If there is u, and we add it, inverse of it, then it gives us 0. Then we can say for every vector u there is another vector minus u, such that if there is a 4 and we add that 4 to the minus 4, then it simply cancels both elements and they get us a value 0. Then we can say u plus equal to 0 then sixth property is multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative identity. It shows that whenever we multiply by 1, then it gives us same element. For example, 1 into 3 gives us 3. Then we can say whenever we multiply u with value 1, then it always gives us u. Then the seventh property is distributive property. There are many. The one is u plus v is equals to AU plus AV, means when we multiply A with U plus V, then we get A into U plus A into V. And second one is A plus B into U is equals to AU plus B. It tells us how scalar multiplication works with addition. This is the seventh point. the last property is associative property of multiplication. AB into U is equals to A into U. When you multiply two scalars and then multiply, these are scalars and this one is vector. It shows when you multiply two scalars and then multiply it by a vector, then it doesn't matter how you group them. Means the grouping doesn't matter. For example, 2 into 3 into 4 is as same as 2 into 3 into 4. Hence, we can say TB equals to A, B, which are nice zeros. From these all 8 examples, by proving, we can say that the elements lies in a vector space.